Look, I got a new purple hyacinth. Oh my god, guys, I have not grown a hyacinth in literally years. Can't wait to grow it. Oh yeah, I could probably put it right in here.
Small craft advisory remains in effect until 6 p.m. this evening. Small craft advisory remains in effect from 2 p.m. Monday to 6 p.m. Tuesday. For the first small craft advisory, south winds 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 25 knots expected. For the second small craft advisory, north to northwest winds of 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 25 knots expected. The areas affected.
Here we go. Let's give it a water.
The hazardous weather conditions are expected for the first small craft advisory until 6 p.m. this evening. For the second small craft advisory from 2 p.m. Monday to 6 p.m. Tuesday. Impact conditions will be hazardous for small craft. Inexperienced mariners, especially those operating smaller vessels, should avoid navigating in hazardous conditions. And now a special weather statement from your National Weather Service. Issued at 9:50 a.m. Elevated fire danger for northern and central Virginia, Washington, D.C., the eastern west Virginia Panhandle, and portions of central and western Maryland today. The combination of dry fine fuels, relative humidity around 20 to 30%, southerly wind gusts around 20 to 25 miles per hour, and temperatures in the 80s will lead to an increased risk for the rapid spread of wildfires today. Residents and visitors are urged to properly dispose of cigarette butts, matches, and any other flammable items in appropriate containers. Additionally, exercise caution in operating any equipment that could create sparks and keep vehicles off of dry grass. Most dry grasses, dead leaves, and other trees can easily ignite and spread fire quickly. Lastly, remember today's local burn bans. For more information about wildfire dangers, burn restrictions, and wildfire prevention and education, please visit their state forestry website. For West Virginia, visit www.forestry.com. For Maryland, visit dnr.maryland.gov. For Virginia, visit op.virginia.gov. This 3 p.m. observation in Washington. At Reagan National Airport, partly sunny skies. The temperature was 74 degrees Fahrenheit or 23 degrees Celsius. Dew point 52. Humidity was 46%. Winds were south at 12 miles an hour and the barometric pressure was 29.70 inches or 1,005.7 millibars and falling. Now for some observations from the surrounding area. At BWI Marshall Airport, partly sunny skies. Temperature 79. Winds variable at 6 miles an hour. At Charlottesville, clear skies. 85. At Dulles Airport, partly sunny. Temperature 81 degrees. Wind south at 12 miles an hour. At Fredericksburg, fair. Temperature 84. At Martinsburg, clear skies. 86. Wind south at 12 miles an hour, gusting to 21. At Norfolk, fair. Temperature 83 degrees. At Ocean City, fair skies. It was 59 degrees. At Pawtuxet River Naval Air Station, cloudy. Temperature 59. At Quantico, it was fair. Visibility 8 miles. Temperature was 74 degrees, 3.63. And the pressure was 29.72 inches and falling. For Richmond, partly sunny skies. It was 83. At Roanoke, partly sunny. Temperature 84 degrees. At Winchester, fair. Temperature 84. At New York, fair skies. 60. At Philadelphia, partly sunny skies. 69. At Raleigh, fair skies. 86. Now for a few observations on the water.
Mr. Joey's.
At Washington
No,
Channel.
I wanted to tell him that he roasted somebody. What? And look at his hyacinth.
The wind was southeast at 8 knots.
What? His Joey's hyacinth points. You see all the flowers?
Temperature was 51 degrees.
It's Emmeline.
Wind south at 12 knots. slight chance of thunderstorms after midnight. Lows in the lower 50s. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, becoming north 5 to 10 miles an hour after midnight. Gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Chance of rain 50%. Monday, mostly cloudy with showers likely in the morning, then mostly sunny in the afternoon. Not as warm with highs around 60. Slowly falling in the afternoon. Northwest winds 15 to 20 miles an hour with gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Chance of rain 70%. Monday night, mostly clear southern night, then becoming partly cloudy. Cooler with lows in the lower 30s. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Tuesday, partly cloudy. Highs in the lower 50s. Lows in the mid-30s. Wednesday, mostly cloudy. Highs in the lower 60s. Lows in the mid-40s. Thursday, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of rain. Highs in the upper 60s. Lows in the lower 50s. Friday, mostly cloudy with a chance of rain. Highs in the lower 60s. Lows in the lower 30s. Chance of rain 50%. Saturday, mostly clear. Highs in the upper 40s. Lows around 30. This hazardous weather outlook is for the Maryland portion of the Chesapeake Bay, tidal Potomac River, and I-95 corridor through central Maryland, northern Virginia, and District of Columbia. Day 1, tonight. Severe thunderstorms could bring isolated damaging winds and large hail this evening into tonight, especially north of Highway 50 and Interstate 66. A special weather statement for elevated fire danger is in effect through 7 p.m. for the greater Washington, D.C. and Fredericksburg areas. Days 2 through 7, Monday through Saturday. No hazardous weather is expected at this time. Spotter information statement. Spotter activation may be needed Sunday evening. Now for the National Weather Service marine forecast for the Chesapeake Bay from Sandy Point to North Beach. This afternoon, south winds 10 to 15 knots. Gusts up to 25 knots late. Waves 2 feet. Tonight, south winds 10 to 15 knots, becoming north after midnight. Gusts up to 20 knots. Waves 2 feet. Monday, north winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts to 30 knots. Waves 2 to 3 feet. A chance of rain. Monday night, north winds 15 to 20 knots. Waves 2 to 3 feet. Tuesday, north winds 10 to 15 knots, diminishing to around 5 knots in the afternoon, then becoming south overnight. Waves 1 to 2 feet. Now for the National Weather Service marine forecast for the tidal Potomac from Key Bridge to Smith Point. This afternoon, south winds 10 knots. Gusts up to 25 knots late. Waves 1 foot. Tonight, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots. Gusts up to 25 knots. Waves 1 foot. Monday, north winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts to 30 knots. Waves 2 feet. A chance of rain. Monday night, north winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts to 25 knots. Waves 2 feet. Tuesday, north winds 10 to 15 knots, becoming southeast around 5 knots. Waves 1 foot. The Northern Virginia mountain forecast for elevations above 2,000 feet, including the Skyline Drive. This afternoon, sunny. Highs in the upper 70s. Tonight, partly cloudy in the evening, then becoming mostly cloudy. A chance of showers with a slight chance of thunderstorms after midnight. Lows around 50. Monday, cooler. Partly sunny in the morning, then clearing. A chance of showers with a slight chance of thunderstorms in the morning. Highs in the mid-50s. Temperatures steady or slowly falling in the afternoon. Breezy. Monday night, cooler. Mostly clear in the evening, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows in the upper 20s. Breezy. Tuesday, partly cloudy. Highs in the upper 40s. Wednesday, mostly cloudy.
Oh.
Lows in the mid-30s.
It tells you weather and stuff. So whenever we have a nasty storm coming, it'll tell me how strong the winds will be. You want to sit out on the porch with me or no?
This kid is so gay.
You want to sit here?
My house?
Here.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Highs in the upper 70s.
Really?
How you doing?
Partly cloudy in the evening. Then becoming mostly cloudy.
Yeah.
Hi.
A chance of showers with a slight chance of thunderstorms after midnight.
Yeah.
Lows around 50. Monday, cooler.
And Mr. Joey gave me one of his hyacinths, so I'll have to. I'm gonna have one bloom.
Showers with a slight chance
So
of
excited.
Just got out of the
thunderstorms in the
shower,
morning.
Nathan, huh?
Highs in the mid-50s. Schedule slowly falling in the afternoon. Tuesday, Monday night, cooler. Mostly clear in the evening, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows in the upper 20s. Breezy.